So greetings and aloha, what's going on? It's Mike and Gracie from livemyassoff.com. We are here. Hopefully you can hear the coolest white noise of all time in the background. Part of the Koh Chang National Park. And the neat thing is that checked in, had the app, and then temperature, and then paid 200 baht each. Of course they look at her and they're like, is she Thai? And yeah, if I was a jerk, I could lie, but I'm like, no, she's Filipino. I'm more than happy to give you guys $7 to enter your, and of course, like has happened so many other times when we go anywhere. Surat Thani is another example. Also Phuket, is that when you pay the entrance fee to a national park, you get entrance into all the national parks in the area. Now, to be fair, if we were to leave right now and drive over to another part of Thailand, I don't know if we could just simply enter a national park over there, but I like the fact that one of the sort of rules, if you will, in the beginning is keep noise to a minimum. I don't think that my voice is any higher than this beautiful noise from these waterfalls. But I bet the Chinese could absolutely give them a run for their money. And yes, that's a stereotype. Much like all Jewish accountants are smart and wealthy is a stereotype. So, suck it. Obviously, everything in English and in Thai. Tourism. As we were coming over here, I went to, I believe it's either iHeart, Koh Chang, or IamKohChang.com is the name of it. I'm gonna go down these really slippery steps because I have an action camera, so therefore nothing will happen to the camera. And the hospital's right up the street, so I'm good. And on that website, it said, as of August 2021, Thailand is not encouraging... Well, okay, so I could walk up there and take that concrete path, or action camera. Oh, yeah. That's slippery. And my Vans are not exactly... they're not exactly traction wear. So, considering I'm, I tell you that, what though, you know what I love? I mean, look at, like, the water is coming out of the ground and flowing into this river. It's everywhere. So beautiful. All right, hold on. Let's have a gratitude attack. Let's give this some time. How's that? On behalf of me and Gracie and anyone with half a brain or a soul or integrity, please, if anyone in your earshot ever makes the statement, oh my God, I can't believe they charge foreigners more money to come in here. Right. Because $7 for this is absolutely just a rip. Would you please? So there's a guy behind me, and I'm gonna let him go. Because I'm gonna yak. So I'm gonna let him go ahead. But he's got a walkie-talkie, so for all I know, he's like official. But these are cool stairs. And I'm guessing, like, when it's even more rainy season, maybe the water comes down through there, and looks like it does. Across these stairs. Yeah, dude, this is a gooddeal.com. Oh, okay, so I was like, oh, that's why there was that notification upon entry of the level of danger of the falls. Because I thought that I was gonna totally be safe walking here. And while I will likely be safe walking there, it's now time for me to take my clothes. It's time for me to take my shoes off. And I don't have my waterproof door on the camera, so I can't go. All right, so because Gracie was live, and yes, I kind of like and love her, I'm willing to allow her to stand there and wait while I go back to the car with her shoes and mine and swap them out for flip-flops so that we can explore more. So I realized what that guy was. He's basically like a safety guy. And I'm guessing they assign him to foreigners who aren't familiar with Waterfall. It's too bad I didn't get like a certificate of completion from the Dunn's River Falls in Jamaica. Because you climb up those things, dude, and even then you're wearing like, what is it, aqua socks or water feet or whatever they call them. But that is a challenge big time. But anyway, so let me get the flip-flop. Hers are cool because they actually go around your heels, so they actually kind of thing. Mine are pretty, they're okay, but they're just the real cheap like flip-flops. So let me grab those, head back there, and then we'll do some water exploring. So, oh yeah, so here, let me show you what I mean. Situation of waterfall. Right there, safety versus danger. So I guess that basically means that the current isn't so horrible that you risk your life. But nonetheless, there's a guy who's Thai. Is dressed like a Korean. You guys ever, like, you've been to the standard tourist spots in Thailand or the Philippines, that sort of thing? You see the way the Koreans dress when they go swimming? Head to toe. Shirt, shorts, that sort of thing. Yet there they are with their white skin looking 20 years younger than the average Westerner. Okay, back on the trail. You got it.
Honey, look at that. There's fish. Here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot my waterproof door. What am I thinking? All right, I'm going to go back and get that. I'll be right back. Okay, I promise. Waterproof door detached. I can now take this camera, shove it into the water. However, I just want to do that when we're walking over here. Gracie said there's fish, so this might be a neat little way to look at fish. And the good news is that in post, it's actually quite easy to take the video and turn it upside down so that when I just throw the camera in the water like this, I'll be able to right side it quite easily. You guys with me? Good. Okay, now, I don't know whether this guy's gonna like follow us the whole way. He's got a walkie-talkie, so I assume that's, I've got this phone booth that's walking behind us that's ready to dial 911. Anyway, all right. Oh, did Gracie already go across? Oh no, she's right there. I assume she's still live, so as you're watching this, you're probably like, oh no, Mike, I've already seen all this. But, anyway, so here we go. This is for real. Let me see if I can mount this appropriately and put it into the water.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually kind of cold. Can you guys see the fish?
Oh, they're coming.
water's a little cold. It's a little chilly, yeah. But actually, you know what's going to be easier? Oh yeah, it's kind of slippery. Problem is that they're going to probably fall off because they stick to the ground.
This is deep.
This is deep.
Look at that fish.
Yeah. I wish we had food for these fish. This is where I look up the hill and make sure there's not a giant wave coming. Okay, we're good. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. Wait, hold on. What's this? Oh. Yes to auto exposure. How's that? Yeah, see, Gracie's has like the thing around the heel, whereas mine doesn't. And as I lift this off the ground, it's like a suction cup. So yeah, so just walk like her, right? Just so you know, like this is literally how we get to her farmhouse. We have to like drive a motorbike over one of these. Oh, look at all these fish. Hold on. Reason it goes into or it asks me for auto exposure when it goes. Oh, hi. Yeah, so I guess he's our he's not our guide. I think he's our walking safety dude. Maybe that's, see, there you go. So you pay 200 baht, you get this guy. This is sectioned off, so that's fine. And like every other Disney opportunity, there's always and so just so you know, like that's where we're going. Before we finally ended up here, I checked out Jeremy's video when he came here with Ross, and I know this is going to sound like I'm rubbing it in, but I'm not. When he was here, the waterfall was closed. Now that was in, God, I want to say, when was that? 3 months ago? It's September 5th right now. Oh, and so what was I talking about before? When I was so rudely interrupted by nature. So we go to this website, iamkochang.com. Either that or kochangferries.com. One of them. Regardless, I Googled Koh Chang and it ended up on websites. And on one of them they had an update as of August 2021. Thailand is not, really supporting domestic tourism. Now the cool thing is as many of you guys know, because you probably keep up on Thailand, especially if you're following me or any of my other buddies, is that as of September 1st, they're like, look, we're just going to deal with this the best we possibly can. Now again, they're saying that, and then who knows? There may be such a high number of cases, but I can tell you right now, as of September 5th, the signs are still up that say must show proof of vaccination. As you buy your ticket for the ferry to get over here, but they didn't ask. There was a roadblock, sorry, not a roadblock, there was a stop, right? And then there were police there, and you slow down and you look at him, and he asked a question. He actually looked right at Gracie and asked her a question in Thai. And I gave him, to the best of my ability, the explanation of why she has no clue what you just said, which is Fan Philippine. I believe that loosely translated is like, this is my Philippine wife, or Philippine wife, Philippine girlfriend, whatever. Fan Philippine Mai Shai Kun Thai, which is she's not Thai. When I do say that to other people, like recently at the gas station, they seem to laugh and acknowledge the fact that she is from the Philippines, and then they say, oh my God, she still looks Thai. And so you can't see it in the distance, but way in the distance, there's a waterfall. It's big. We're not going to go swimming in it. I need to purchase better shoes because, as you can see, these like slide. That's why I don't like these flip-flops. Okay. The good news is, unlike that first part that we walked in, when I walk through here, it's like my feet they're not like stuck to the ground, stuck to the bottom, and I assume that's because of the lack of algae, because of the quickly flowing water. I tried it barefoot, and I was like, actually, wait, this isn't too bad. So I'm doing this, and then I'm like, all right, this isn't too bad with my silly flip-flops on. And then I took this out and I'm like, okay, I can handle this. Plus we got, where is he? There he is. We got our VIP reverse escort. Like, what do you call it when someone follows you? Awesome. Oh, that's kind of cool. I can't help but wonder if I could like yes. Swing on this. Oh my God, so this is how we get, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I know I don't want to do it with the camera. I can tell you right now, I got to turn it off to get across there, but, because I'll want both hands. But, oh man, this is so cool. This totally goes like against what I was, or not against, this totally goes along with what I was saying this morning, which is, you know, there's something to be said for personal accountability. I mean, we're just like walking through the middle of the woods, and this guy, like, you know, obviously his job is to follow people and make sure that they're safe, but they're just like, well, we'll give them a rope. I mean, as long as they have a rope, they should be good, right? But I don't think so. I think I'll probably end up viewing this from afar. I definitely don't have the right shoes. I should have just sacrificed my other pair of sneakers and gotten them wet so that I had like more traction, but I had no idea what to expect in here. And maybe I should have Googled Waterfall Koh Chang and then had a better idea of what's going on. Yeah. If we get, I mean, it's beautiful, and obviously, I guess I can zoom in and post on this. I can't zoom in with my lens. It is spectacular, and I know that it is beautiful there, and, you know, it's equally as beautiful where I'm at right now, but the good news is this is not the first waterfall I've seen, and I can absolutely appreciate and enjoy its beauty from here without having to be distracted by walking all the way over there. I mean, it would be neat, but it's no big deal. Yeah. Anyway, so this is us at the waterfall. So the good news is that got all that on her phone. Camera's pretty good, actually. It's absolutely gorgeous, though. I mean, I could literally just like sit here and listen all day. And I bet you this guy does a lot of that. It's very peaceful. And I would naturally love to see what this looks like when it's at a level of unsafe. Because, you know, obviously the water gets up to here, right? And, you know, the water getting 2 feet higher than it is right now, I'm sure that probably not much of a challenge for nature. This stuff's really awesome, though. I will tell you that as an only child, I don't know if I've struggled with it, but it certainly was hardly a default setting of me for years to be able to experience joy watching another person do it. And again, there's probably a number of factors, right? I mean, obviously, it's not like this is my 9th marriage. So, you know, one could argue, it's like, well, Mike, you've never been with Gracie. You've never been with someone you loved as much as Gracie. You've never been with someone that you cared about as much as Gracie. And so therefore, one could argue that those are the real reasons for you never sort of getting joy from watching someone else experience joy, because you've never been in this degree of appreciation and admiration and love and respect and care and that sort of thing for someone. So maybe, but because I will tell you that I have like some pretty good buddies, and like when they have a success, I get pretty psyched for that. I get pretty psyched for watching that and experiencing that and seeing their, you know, ear to ear grin, right? So anyway, just one of the things that comes to mind. There's a lot of things that instantiate a gratitude attack, and being able to be here today and being overcharged as a foreigner, yeah, well, yeah, Mike, but it's not fair, it's double pricing. Well, I'll tell you what, I worked in higher education for 15 years, and I can tell you right now that we put a value on people that we believe add more value to our organization, and we charge those people less. So if you're not an intelligent person that is basically adding value to your community, then you got to pay more to go to a private university. The smart people that we believe are really going to pay it forward and pay it back, we charge those people less and we just call it a scholarship. That's all. So if you thought that, oh my God, life has been financially fair up until the point where I actually came to Thailand one time, I disagree with your assessment. It's also been my experience that those people that complain about this like dual pricing thing, at the end of the day, the majority of them end up paying anyway. And I'm like, so what? Okay. I really hate that this GoPro costs so much money, but of course I bought it anyway. What? The other one I love is, yes, but I had no choice. For all the people that have ever used that phrase, honestly, and it's been my experience that people use the phrase, but I had no choice. Those people that use that phrase, if you've heard them say it once, they've used it in a number of scenarios to blame other people, places, and things for bad decisions they've made. And every time I hear someone say, but I had no choice, I always say to them, I need you to give me your username and password for your bank account with the largest balance. With the hopes that later in life they'll be like, I had to. I had no choice. Mike asked me for it.
It's okay, you can have it. I just gonna get it.
We're on our way back. You happy?
I'm happy.
You living the dream?
I'm really.
You having a gratitude attack?
Yeah.
Good.